Call the meeting to order and call on Councilor Brown, lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
Councilor Brown.
Here.
Councilor Weaver. Here. Councilor Broughton. Here. Councilor Watson. Here. Councilor Barton.
Here.
Mayor Lovelace.
Here.
We have a quorum to do business.
Approval of the July 27th regular meeting minutes.
Mayor, I motion to approve the minutes of the July 27th meeting.
Motion by Councilor Watson, second by Councilor Broughton to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 27th. Is there any discussion or any changes to be made? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton? Yes. Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved.
I'd like to welcome our visitors here today. I appreciate you being here. Under new business, call on Ray Madden to give us an update on the new water well project.
Mayor and Council, just kind of give you all an idea. We drilled a new well on the P Ridge, and thanks to y'all guys, it's something we've been, trying to get done for years, and we're able to pull it off and get it with the triple balance with the EDA and ADECA and the DRA. But anyway, they got the well dug and drilled. And anyway, it's probably going to be the best well we got. And we haven't tested it yet, but should be tested next week. And we're looking at probably 1,000 gallons a minute out of this well, and which I'm excited. And we bid the water tank Friday, and it actually bid for $995,000. And that's a 200,000 gallon tank that's going to be going in B Ridge. And then we bid the water line. It's going to be a 12-inch and come back and tie into the line at the Alco tank and hold back pressure on that system, which will up the pressure out in that area and enhance the fire pressure on that fire protection out in that area as well. And then the water line bid for $978,000 is what it bid for. The next bidder was like $1,035,000. And anyway, that will be brought before y'all at the next council meeting. Be approved by y'all. It has to come through y'all because the city actually applied for these grants, and that's how we got it.
We got those grants based on the Provalis Job Act.
That's right. And that's kind of where we at. I mean, anybody got any questions about it or anything? Yes, sir.
How deep is that well? I don't we deep at all.
980 foot.
I mean,
980 foot. That's how deep it is. It'll be the best well we got. The north well is next to the best well. It pumps 900. It's rated for 960 gallons a minute. We haven't got it done yet. We're working on it. If we can get between 800 and 1,000 gallons a minute, that's what we're shooting for. We don't want to pull the aquifer too far down, but that's what we're actually shooting for. And I think it'll be a great enhancement to our citizens in Brewton.
It's on the P Ridge.
Yeah, well, it's in P Ridge. It's actually in the county as well. But we acquired that system before I come to work here, and that's been almost 23 years ago. So. And I don't know how long we had it before that in P Ridge system.
They've never had no pressure out there. Really.
And out there where that well is at, so Lawrence is speaking out here, and he was a fireman out there. Probably the best pressure we ever had out there, probably about 25, 30 pounds. I mean, it's on the borderline where you can actually supply water to people. So, and we've been trying to do something out there for years, but we haven't never been able to come up with the money because it's a pretty substantial amount of money. And the drilled well, just so everybody knows, is $1.6 million. That's how much it costs us to drill the well. So it's a pretty substantial amount of money being put in that system right there. And all the service lines and all that stuff that's gonna be brand new coming off that 12 inch coming. And we're gonna kill those 6-inch lines that parallels Period Road all the way back to the college. We're gonna abandon that part of the line and tile the new stuff, the old stuff back into the new 12 inch. Anything else, anybody?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. And we've got Craig Jerkins here with our street department. I've got Russell Holland here, Southern Engineering. If y'all could give us an update on the paving project and an update on the next A-trip round, Russell.
Mayor, Council, good afternoon. Appreciate y'all having me. The project we have under construction right now is being performed by Willard Excavation. They started a little over 2 weeks ago. I think it's when they actually moved equipment in and started putting some asphalt down. As of today, they've completed Blacksher Lane, Forest Hill Drive, St. Joseph Street, and Avenue. The parking lot over at Lee Street is across from Honeybee and Drexel's, Ashley Circle, Nursery Street, and College Street. The only roads we have remaining are Lynbrook Drive, Oakland Circle, Roseland Circle, and parking lots at the Fisher Center and the parking lot here at City Hall, and then the little parking lot at the end of Persimmon Street with the coffee shop was going to be. And they should be finished. If we had good weather this week, I think they would be able to wrap up by midweek. Not exactly sure what the weather's going to do, but they got the bulk of everything knocked out. And so far, we have, our inspector is an engineer that we've had with him the whole time. They've been able to work with the contractor and make some changes as we've gone. So we've been tracking a little under budget this whole entire time. So financially, the project is coming out just like we hoped, a little bit better than what we hoped. And like I say, if we had good weather, I think we'd be finished this week. But if the forecast holds true, I think it will probably be towards the end of next week before we wrap things up.
All right. What about the next A-trip round?
Next sector round, the mayor and I spoke about that. We're looking at a couple of areas, mainly Bevel Avenue, trying to look at that as being the bulk of our application for the next sector round. Obviously, there's a lot of traffic there. There's a need. Craig and I have been looking at basically the next round of streets that need to be addressed based on the street paving survey that you guys have done and the rankings and ratings of the streets. So we've been kind of looking at that along with some of the other current needs we have. Bell Avenue was a road that we were in need of. The mayor can tell you, we actually, and you guys might have all seen, we actually had that on the last bid and chose to hold off on it. So we're looking at potentially applying for another acre round and using that to do Bell Avenue. It's a large street, probably as far as tonnage of asphalt goes, probably one of the largest streets we have in town to put asphalt on.
So the main two is Martin Luther King, the other half we didn't do in Belleville.
That's right, that's right. And also after we're going to look at, Corvallis down at the end of Belleville, but then we got Martin Luther King that we did part of before, but we didn't finish off. We'd like to go back and finish that one out and get it complete. Those are going to be our main two objectives as part of the A-trip.
Okay. Anybody got any? Yeah, we want to finish it.
Yes, sir. Any questions, Mike?
Anybody have any questions? We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all very much.
Take care. Next thing is approve the accounts payable for July 2020.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Broughton, second by Councilor Barton to approve the accounts payable for July of 2020. Is there any discussion or any changes to be made? Hearing none, Councilor Brown,
Yes.
Councilor Weaver,
Yes.
Councilor Broughton, Councilor Watson, Councilor Barton.
Yes.
Motion carries and the accounts payable are approved.
Next item is to approve the fiscal year 2021 budget. It's resolution 20-0810, and I'll call on Brooke Harden.
Hello, councilors. We met last week with the budget committee for the council and went over the budget for the next fiscal year, which would be FY 2021. On the board, we have all of our numbers that are listed in that budget: general, sewer, sanitation, gas, airport, and then, of course, our reserve budget. So our total budget for FY 21, counting the reserve, is $50,928,829.58. We met with, like I said, the budget committee on Tuesday. They approved sending it out to the other counselors for them to review. So if there were any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. Okay, thank you.
We did have a budget committee made up of 3 councilors, headed up by Fiscal, Brewton, and then each of the council has had access to the budget to review. So it's resolution 20-0810.
No motion to resolution 20-0810.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Broughton, second by Councilor Brown, to approve resolution number 20-0810. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton? Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the 2021 fiscal year budget is approved.
The next item is an appointment to the Brewton Housing Authority. Mr. Robert Hardy retired last Friday. He was the chairman of the board. They elect their own chairman. I believe he was going to move to Texas. I had several discussions with the manager and had her interview the replacements, a mayoral appointment, and I appoint Antonio Smith. Next item, a couple years ago, we passed a resolution knowing that our present police chief was coming toward the end of his time as police chief, and he was ready to retire. And so we decided we would appoint 2 members of the public, 2 members of the council, and the city attorney is a nominating committee. So I appoint Ed Hines, Roger Chapman, Ola Ball, Kerry Brown, and Joe Watson to that committee. We will advertise the job for 45 days. I'm sorry? It is Ed Hines, Roger Chapman, Ola Ball, Kerry Brown, and the Honorable Joe Watson. Ms. Barton has an announcement.
Pensacola Caring Hearts, which I am an active member, will be giving away food giveaway on August the 20th at 10 o'clock at the Fisher Center. And if there's any questions, you can contact me. My home number is 251-867-9381, or my cell 363-4551. And this is sponsored by the City of Brewton and Pensacola Caring Hearts.
We hope we get a good turnout. I think we will. A lot of those unemployment benefits are running out again. It's a tough time for a lot of folks, so I appreciate Ms. Barton's work on this. If there's nothing else, the meeting is adjourned.